My precious children, draw near and open your hearts to receive a message of great importance. I, your Heavenly Father, have words of love and comfort to share with you. Focus your thoughts and spirits on my voice, for I wish to speak directly to your hearts. This message is born from my deep love for you and my desire to see you whole and at peace. Listen carefully, for in these words, you will find the comfort, healing, and strength you need to face life's challenges. Let my voice resonate within you, bringing light to your darkness and hope to your despair. This is a heartbreak warning. Skipping breaks my heart. My beloved children, when you distance yourself from me, when you choose to walk alone rather than in my company, it causes me great sorrow. I am your loving father, and like any parent, I yearn for a close relationship with you. Every moment you spend away from me is a missed opportunity for love, growth, and healing. I see you, my child, when you try to face life's challenges on your own. I watch as you struggle under the weight of your burdens, refusing to lay them at my feet. It pains me to see you suffer needlessly when I am right here, arms open wide, ready to comfort and guide you. Your independence may seem like strength, but true strength comes from acknowledging your need for me. When you skip our time together, when you neglect our relationship, it's not just you who misses out, I do too. I long for those moments of intimacy with you, those quiet conversations where you pour out your heart to me and I speak words of love and wisdom to you. Your absence leaves an emptiness that only you can fill. Remember, my child, that I am not a distant, uncaring deity. I am your Abba Father, intimately involved in every aspect of your life. When you skip our time together, it's like a child avoiding their parents' embrace. It breaks my heart because I know the peace, joy, and love you're missing out on. In your busy life, filled with responsibilities and distractions, it's easy to push our relationship to the sidelines. But I urge you, don't let the noise of the world drown out my voice. Don't let the demands of life steal our precious time together. For in those moments of connection, I impart to you strength for your journey, wisdom for your decisions, and love for your soul. When you skip our time together, you're not just breaking my heart, you're also depriving yourself of the fullness of life I desire for you. I am the source of all good things, the wellspring of life itself. By staying connected to me, you tap into an endless supply of grace, mercy, and power. I understand that sometimes you feel unworthy, that your mistakes and failures make you want to hide from me. But please know that there is nothing you can do that will make me love you less. My love for you is not based on your performance or perfection. It is unconditional, unending, and unshakable. So don't let your shortcomings keep you from me. Instead, let them drive you into my arms, where you'll find forgiveness, restoration, and a fresh start. Your skipping breaks my heart because I see the unnecessary pain and struggle you endure when you try to navigate life without me. I see the poor decisions made without my wisdom, the heavy burdens carried without my strength, the wounds that fester without my healing touch. I long to spare you from these hardships, to guide you along the best path, to lighten your load and soothe your hurts. When you face sorrow, know that I am right there with you, my beloved. In your darkest moments, in the depths of your pain, I am present. You are never alone in your suffering. I feel every tear that falls. I hear every silent cry of your heart. Your sorrow is my sorrow. Your pain is my pain. I am not a distant observer of your struggles. I am intimately involved, right beside you, ready to comfort and strengthen you. When the weight of your grief feels unbearable, lean on me. I have shoulders strong enough to carry your burdens, arms wide enough to embrace all your pain. In times of sorrow, it's easy to feel abandoned, to question where I am in the midst of your pain. But I assure you, I have not left you. I am closer than your very breath, present in every moment of your suffering. Even when you can't see me or feel me, I am there, working in ways you cannot yet perceive. If you need God's blessings, then type "Yes, I need" in the comments. Your sorrow does not repel me or drive me away. On the contrary, it draws me even closer to you. Just as a parent rushes to comfort a crying child, so do I hasten to your side when your heart is breaking. Your vulnerability in these moments opens the door for a deeper intimacy between us. I want you to know that your sorrow is sacred to me. I collect every tear you cry in my bottle, keeping a record of your grief. Not a single moment of your pain goes unnoticed or uncared for. Each sigh, each silent scream, each sleepless night, I am there through it all, holding you, comforting you, loving you. When sorrow threatens to overwhelm you, remember that I am the God who experienced the deepest sorrow. My son, Jesus, was a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief. He knows the taste of tears, the ache of a broken heart. Because of this, I can comfort you with the comfort I have received. I don't stand aloof from your pain, I enter into it with you. In your sorrow, I invite you to be honest with me. Pour out your heart, express your doubts, voice your anger. I can handle your raw emotions. In fact, I welcome them. Your honesty opens the door for true healing and deeper intimacy with me. Don't hide your pain from me. Bring it into the light of my love where it can be transformed. As you face your sorrow, lean into my presence. Let my love envelop you. Let my peace wash over you. I am your safe place, your refuge in the storm. In my presence, you can find rest for your weary soul, comfort for your aching heart. Allow me to minister to you in these moments of vulnerability. Remember, my child, that your sorrow is not the end of your story. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, joy from mourning. While I may not always remove your pain immediately, I promise to walk with you through it, to bring purpose from it, and to use it to shape you into the person I've created you to be. In every moment of pain, I offer you my comfort and peace, my precious one. Pain is an inevitable part of life in this fallen world, but it is not something you have to face alone. I am the God of all comfort, the Prince of Peace, and I long to lavish these gifts upon you in your times of need. My comfort is not a mere pat on the back or empty words of consolation. It is a tangible presence, a soothing balm for your wounded spirit. When pain threatens to overwhelm you, when it feels like you're drowning in a sea of hurt, my comfort is the lifeline that pulls you to safety. It's the warm embrace that holds you together when you feel like you're falling apart. The peace I offer you is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of my spirit in the midst of your storms. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding, a calm assurance that no matter what you're going through, I am in control. This peace guards your heart and mind, keeping you anchored when everything around you is in chaos. In your moments of pain, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, I invite you to lean into my comfort and peace. They are always available to you, an ever-present help in times of trouble. You don't have to earn them or be worthy of them. They are gifts freely given out of my great love for you. My comfort comes in many forms. Sometimes it's through my word, a scripture that speaks directly to your heart and situation. Other times it's through the kindness of a friend, a hug, a listening ear. It might come through the beauty of nature, a sunset that reminds you of my faithfulness, or a flower that speaks of my care for even the smallest details. Be open to the ways I'm offering you comfort, for I tailor my approach to your unique needs and personality. The peace I give is not fleeting or dependent on circumstances. It's a deep-rooted assurance that I am with you, that I love you, and that I am working all things together for your good. This peace can coexist with pain. It doesn't deny the reality of your suffering, but it provides a foundation of hope and trust that carries you through the darkest valleys. If you want God's grace always upon you, then please consider to support our ministry by clicking Thanks button. In your pain, I invite you to practice my presence. Take time to be still, to quiet your heart before me. In those moments of stillness, you'll find my comfort enveloping you, my peace settling over you like a warm blanket. Let my love wash over you, soothing your hurts and calming your fears. Remember, my child, that I am not just offering you comfort and peace, I am comfort and peace personified. As you draw near to me, as you abide in my presence, you'll find these qualities flowing naturally into your life. They become not just something you receive, but something you experience as part of your identity as my beloved child. In your pain, don't try to be strong on your own. Instead, lean into my strength. Allow yourself to be vulnerable before me, to admit your need for my comfort and peace. It's in your weakness that my strength is perfected. It's in your neediness that my sufficiency shines brightest. As you experience my comfort and peace in your pain, you become a channel of these gifts to others. Your testimony of my faithfulness in your suffering becomes a beacon of hope for those around you. Your experience of my comfort equips you to comfort others with the comfort you have received from me. In this way, your pain is not wasted, but becomes a powerful tool in my hands for blessing and healing others. My love for you is unwavering, even when you feel broken, my precious child. In those moments when you feel shattered, when your world seems to be falling apart, my love remains constant. It is the one thing you can always count on, the anchor that holds steady in the fiercest storms of life. When you feel broken, it's easy to believe that you are unlovable, that your brokenness somehow disqualifies you from my love. But I want you to know that nothing could be further from the truth. My love for you is not based on your wholeness or your performance. It is based on who I am, a God of unfailing love, and on who you are, my beloved child. Your brokenness does not repel me, it draws me closer to you. Just as a parent's heart goes out to a hurting child, so does my heart yearn to comfort and heal you in your brokenness. I am near to the brokenhearted. I save those who are crushed in spirit. Your vulnerability in these moments opens the door for a deeper experience of my love. Remember, my child, that I myself chose to be broken for you. My son's body was broken on the cross. His heart was broken by the weight of sin and separation. He experienced the ultimate brokenness so that you could be made whole. So never think that your brokenness is too much for me to handle or to love. In your brokenness, you may feel weak and worthless, but I see you differently. I see a masterpiece in the making, a beautiful work of art being shaped and refined. Your brokenness is not the end of your story. It's often the beginning of a powerful testimony of my grace and restoration. My love for you is not just a feeling or an emotion. It's a committed, active force in your life. It's a love that pursues you when you try to run away, that lifts you when you fall, that carries you when you can't walk on your own. It's a love that never gives up on you, never loses faith in you, never stops believing in the beautiful future I have planned for you. When you feel broken, it's natural to want to hide, to cover up your wounds and pretend everything is fine. But I invite you to bring your brokenness to me. Lay it all out before me, your hurts, your disappointments, your failures. For it's only in exposing your wounds to the light of my love that true healing can begin. My unwavering love is your safe place. It's a love that accepts you as you are, but loves you too much to leave you that way. It's a love that sees beyond your current brokenness to the wholeness I am creating in you. It's a love that is patient with your process, that celebrates every small step of growth and healing. As you experience my unwavering love in your brokenness, let it transform you. Let it change how you see yourself, how you treat others, how you face life's challenges. My love is not just a comfort in hard times, it's a power that can revolutionize your entire life. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. Remember, my beloved, that your brokenness is not a surprise to me. I knew every wound you would experience, every heartbreak you would endure, before I formed you in your mother's womb. And still, I chose you. I love you. I delight in you. Let this truth sink deep into your soul. You are loved, fully and unconditionally, broken pieces and all. Do not turn away from me in your struggles. Seek my presence, my cherished one. When life becomes difficult, when challenges seem insurmountable, it's tempting to withdraw, to isolate yourself, even from me. But I urge you, draw near to me instead. For it's in my presence that you'll find the strength, wisdom, and comfort you need to face your struggles. I understand the impulse to turn away. Sometimes the pain feels too great, the questions too overwhelming. You might feel angry with me, disappointed that I didn't prevent your suffering. You might feel ashamed, unworthy to approach me because of your failures or doubts. But I want you to know that there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can separate you from my love. In your struggles, my presence is your greatest asset. I am not a distant, uncaring God. I am intimately acquainted with your pain, deeply invested in your journey. When you seek my presence, you tap into a wellspring of divine resources, peace that surpasses understanding, joy that defies circumstances, love that heals the deepest wounds. Seeking my presence in your struggles doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means bringing your raw, unfiltered self before me. It means being honest about your pain, your doubts, your fears. I can handle your emotions, your questions, even your anger. In fact, I welcome this kind of authenticity. It opens the door for real intimacy and transformative encounters with me. When you seek my presence in your struggles, you're not just finding temporary relief, you're positioning yourself for long-term growth and victory. For in my presence, perspectives shift. What seemed impossible becomes possible. Burdens become lighter. Wounds begin to heal. You begin to see your struggles not just as obstacles to overcome, but as opportunities for my power to be displayed in your life. Remember, my child, that seeking my presence is not about performing religious duties or meeting certain standards. It's about relationship. It's about turning your heart toward me, acknowledging your need for me, and allowing me to meet you right where you are. Whether through prayer, worship, meditating on my word, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, there are many ways to enter my presence. In your struggles, let my presence be your refuge. When the world feels chaotic, step into the calm of my presence. When your mind is filled with worries, let my presence bring peace to your thoughts. When your heart is heavy with sorrow, let my presence comfort and uplift you. I am your safe place, your hiding place, your resting place in the midst of life's storms. Seeking my presence in your struggles also means allowing me to work through your difficulties. It means surrendering your need for control and trusting in my wisdom and timing. As you abide in my presence, I will guide you, strengthen you, and equip you to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Don't let shame or guilt keep you from seeking my presence. There is no struggle too great, no sin too dark that my love cannot overcome. My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. So come as you are, with all your burdens and battles, and let me meet you in your place of need. As you consistently seek my presence in your struggles, you'll find that it becomes your natural response to any challenge. Instead of turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms or trying to handle things on your own, you'll instinctively turn to me. And in doing so, you'll experience the truth of my promise. Draw near to me, and I will draw near to you. Share this video with up to 3 people, if you need God's presence. Let my words be a source of healing and strength in your life. My beloved, I have given you my word not as a set of rules to follow, but as a lifeline to cling to, a light to guide your path, a balm to soothe your wounds. In my words, you will find the truth that sets you free, the wisdom that leads to life, and the love that transforms your heart. My words have power to create, to heal, to restore. Just as I spoke the universe into existence, so can my words spoken over your life bring about transformation. When you feel weak, my words can infuse you with strength. When you feel lost, my words can give you direction. When you feel broken, my words can bring healing to your deepest wounds. My words are living and active, able to penetrate even to dividing soul and spirit, joints and marrow. They discern the thoughts and intentions of your heart, bringing light to dark places and truth to areas of deception. When you're facing challenges, let my words be your weapon and your shield. Speak them out loud, declare them over your situation. There is power in the spoken word. As you align your words with mine, you partner with me in bringing my will to pass in your life. My words are promises you can stand on, truths you can build your life upon. In times of confusion or uncertainty, let my words be your compass. They provide wisdom for every situation, guidance for every decision. As you saturate your mind with my words, you'll find that your thoughts begin to align with mine. You'll gain my perspective on your circumstances, seeing beyond the temporary to the eternal. My words are also a source of comfort in times of sorrow. They remind you of my love, my faithfulness, my promises. When your heart is heavy, turn to the Psalms and let them give voice to your emotions. When you're afraid, cling to my promises of protection and provision. When you're discouraged, let my words of hope lift your spirit. Remember, my child, that my words are not just information, but invitation. They invite you into a deeper relationship with me, into a life of purpose and meaning. As you study my words, you're not just learning about me, you're getting to know me personally. You're discovering my heart, my character, my desires for you. Let my words shape your identity. So often you listen to other voices of criticism, of doubt, of fear. But I want my voice to be the loudest in your life. Let my words tell you who you are, beloved, chosen, forgiven, empowered. Let them override the lies of the enemy and the negative self-talk that holds you back. As you let my words be a source of healing and strength, you become a conduit of that healing and strength to others. The words you've hidden in your heart will flow out to encourage, to uplift, to bring hope to those around you. You become a living testimony to the power of my word. Don't just turn to my words in times of need. Make them a daily part of your life. Let them be the first thing you turn to in the morning and the last thing you meditate on at night. As you do, you'll find that they become a wellspring of life within you, sustaining you through every season. Embrace my comfort, for I am your refuge in times of distress, my precious one. When the storms of life rage around you, when you feel overwhelmed by circumstances beyond your control, I invite you to run into my arms. I am your shelter, your safe haven, your place of rest in the midst of chaos. My comfort is not a mere pat on the back or empty words of consolation. It is a tangible presence, a soothing balm for your troubled spirit. When you embrace my comfort, you're allowing me to wrap you in my love, to surround you with my peace, to fill you with my strength. In times of distress, it's natural to seek comfort in various places, in relationships, in achievements, in material possessions. But I want you to know that true, lasting comfort can only be found in me. I am the God of all comfort, who comforts you in all your troubles. Embracing my comfort means allowing yourself to be vulnerable before me. It means admitting your need, acknowledging your pain, and opening your heart to receive my love. Don't try to be strong on your own. Instead, let my strength be made perfect in your weakness. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. When you embrace my comfort, you're not just finding temporary relief from your distress. You're entering into a deeper relationship with me. You're allowing me to minister to you in ways that will transform you from the inside out. My comfort doesn't just soothe your pain, it heals your wounds, renews your mind, and restores your soul. Remember, my child, that I am intimately acquainted with suffering. My son, Jesus, was a man of sorrows, familiar with pain. Because of this, I can comfort you with the comfort I have received. I don't stand aloof from your distress. I enter into it with you, walking alongside you through every valley. As you embrace my comfort, let it change the way you see your distress. Instead of viewing your troubles as punishment or meaningless suffering, see them as opportunities for growth, for deepening your faith, for experiencing my love in new ways. Let my comfort give you a new perspective on your pain. My comfort is always available to you, but you must choose to embrace it. Come to me with your burdens. Pour out your heart before me. Let the tears flow freely. There is healing in this vulnerability, in this honest expression of your pain. As you do, you'll find my comfort washing over you like waves, bringing peace to your troubled heart. Embracing my comfort also means allowing me to comfort you through others. I often work through the body of Christ, using fellow believers to be my hands and feet. Don't isolate yourself in your distress. Reach out to your spiritual family. Allow them to support you, to pray for you, to be channels of my comfort to you. As you experience my comfort in your distress, you become better equipped to comfort others. Your testimony of my faithfulness in your trials becomes a source of hope for those around you. The comfort you receive from me overflows into the lives of others, creating a beautiful cycle of comfort and healing. Trust in my love, and allow me to mend your heart with my peace, my beloved child. Your heart is precious to me. I see every crack, every scar, every broken piece, and I long to restore it, to make it whole again. My love is the healing balm that can mend even the deepest wounds. Trusting in my love means believing that I am who I say I am, a God of unfailing love, of tender mercies, of great compassion. It means holding on to the truth of my love even when your feelings or circumstances seem to contradict it. My love for you is not based on your performance or your worthiness. It is based on my character, on my choice to love you unconditionally and eternally. As you trust in my love, you open the door for me to work in your heart. My peace, which surpasses all understanding, begins to flow into those broken places. It's a peace that doesn't deny the reality of your pain, but provides a foundation of hope and assurance that carries you through it. Allowing me to mend your heart is a process. It requires patience, both with yourself and with me. Healing rarely happens overnight, but as you consistently bring your brokenness to me, as you allow my love to penetrate those wounded areas, you'll find that gradually, day by day, your heart begins to heal. My peace is not just the absence of conflict or pain. It's a positive force, a divine tranquility that guards your heart and mind. As you allow my peace to mend your heart, you'll find that it changes not just how you feel, but how you think, how you react to circumstances, how you relate to others. Remember, my child, that a mended heart is not the same as a heart that's never been broken. Your scars tell a story of my faithfulness, of your resilience, of beauty rising from ashes. Don't be ashamed of your scars. They are testimony to my healing power in your life. Trusting in my love and allowing me to mend your heart with my peace is not a passive process. It involves actively choosing to believe my promises, to meditate on my word, to spend time in my presence. It means surrendering your pain to me, letting go of your need for control, and allowing me to work in my way and in my timing. As your heart is mended by my peace, you become a vessel of that peace to others. Your life becomes a testimony to my restorative power. The peace that has healed you begins to overflow, touching the lives of those around you, bringing hope to other broken hearts. Share this video with up to 3 people if you need God's presence. Trust that I am able to mend your heart completely. There is no wound too deep, no break too severe that my love cannot heal. I am the God who makes all things new, who brings dead things back to life. Your broken heart is not beyond my healing touch. My beloved, as you trust in my love and allow me to mend your heart with my peace, you'll discover a new depth in our relationship. You'll experience my love in ways you never have before. You'll find strength you didn't know you had, joy that defies circumstances, and a peace that anchors your soul in the fiercest storms. Trust me with your heart, for I love you with an everlasting love, and I am faithful to make you whole. Share this video with up to 3 people if you need God's presence. Amen.